Tonight's conversation is something that's really close to my heart, and I think many of you will be able to relate to. The popularity of social media has become second to none when it comes to how people share information about themselves and how they get their daily news. But with the rise of social media, there's been positives as well as negatives, especially when it comes to how gossip blogs, internet trolls, and rumors can ruin people. Tonight, we're unpacking that and a whole lot more. Now, this is something that I talk about all the time on social media because I've definitely been a victim of it, and it's so damn frustrating because I love social media, but then I hate it at the same time. All right, but first, let me invite everyone to connect with us by tweeting us at Fox Soul TV or call us at 866 Fox Soul. That's 866-369-7685 because we're live and we love to hear from you. All right, my guests tonight are ready to give us some of the insight into the topic. Please welcome J.C. Jones, publicist Wyllisa Bennett, and blogger Kyle Anfernee to the show. Y'all look nice.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're beautiful.
I'm trying to keep it together. All right, let's talk about the culture of gossip. Whether it's true or not, we love gossip. We love the tea.
Yeah.
And it's fun talking about other people, but it's not so fun when it gets turned around on you. Who here has been the victim of rumors or false information on social media?
Is that all of us?
So, okay, 50-50 here. No, actually, 75%. You not. You're the publicist.
Yes.
Okay, so you.
But I've had clients who definitely have been victims of, bad publicity, from the blogs. But I also subscribe to the school of thought that all publicity is good publicity.
Do you think that's still true?
Yeah, I think it's true. I mean, there are exceptions like the R. Kelly scandal.
Right. Yeah.
But
yeah. Everything but peeing on kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, I do believe in that school of thought because it definitely makes you relevant or your talent relevant in the conversation for that 5 minutes or 15 minutes. And let's face it, everybody wants 15 minutes of fame.
Okay.
That's true. Kyle, what's your story?
About me, about what happened to me. So y'all know I'm a blogger and I write stuff.
What's your blog? Let's put that
So
on.
I came from the Shade Room and I work for the Neighborhood Talk. That's my stuff. And coming from that blog, I got a lot of hate because people thought I was doing a lot of hateful stuff. And I'm not going to say no names, but it's one female rapper in particular that hates my guts. And I mean, she hates my guts.
Is that Cardi B?
Yeah, she...
Why does she hate you? Because I've been on the Shade Room and it's not always nice.
Yeah.
He's shady now.
Yeah, so back then, I guess she thought I had made this fake page called That's So Beyonce. And once that came out that it wasn't me, it kind of felt like she, went on to the next one. And I don't know. I think she just doesn't like me because I'm friends with Nicki Minaj. I don't know, but... Yeah,
did you kind of slant some of the stuff to be anti-Cardi and pro-Nicki? I mean, if that's your friend.
I could be honest with you and say yes.
Okay.
When they did have their fight, I was, kind of team Nicki and kind of got in on it and kind of, post a picture. And when after their fight, it was Nicki's still standing. And I did learn my lesson and just stay the hell out of
So you got a taste of what
that.
it feels like for the celebrities that you talk about, right? When it got turned on you. I had a friend that used to do a lot of stuff like that, and he didn't understand when I would be so bothered by it that it really affected me. Psychologically, I was depressed over things, and he didn't get it until he became big, and people started to talk about him, and he's like, I get it. I'm like, yeah, you're about 10 years too late.
Right, right.
Now, JC, we've had conversations, and tell the people your story. So you were involved in a scandal with a celebrity.
Yes, I was. I was outed, actually, to make a long story short, and I was kind of labeled as an extortionist or a cloud chaser, which wasn't true.
I heard that you were a scammer.
Oh, goodness.
Okay,
but
so
I guess
this is your platform to defend yourself.
Well, here's the thing. I guess I can be anything. We can all, well, my grandmother always said, it's not what they call you, it's what you answer to.
Right.
And that's why I'm here today.
So you were involved in a scandal with Blac Chyna,
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
So what was that about?
Basically, long story short, Blac Chyna and I were really, really good friends. Long story short, a picture surfaced of us kissing, and it kind of took a life of its own.
Did you guys know the cameras were on you when you guys were kissing?
You know what? Yes, we did, actually.
So you did it for the cameras?
No, we didn't do it for the cameras, but we knew the cameers were there.
Okay.
It was a personal moment, that we kind of wanted to capture, I guess.
So why were y'all kissing? why were y'all kissing?
See, you guys were playing.
Right, look.
No, I don't playing with the media.
I don't think so at all. And actually, it definitely wasn't that at all, actually. That was just a very intimate moment that we kind of
Outside,
just shared.
though?
Well, I mean, it is what
And
it
you knew
is.
the cameras were looking?
Was y'all drunk?
Well, here's the thing. That was never supposed to be public. That was never supposed to be public knowledge.
That you were kissing.
Oh, no, not at all, not at all.
But you said you saw the cameras.
Yeah, we saw the
Because a
cameras.
guy took me on a date one time. I'm gonna just say it. Lamar Odom asked me to go to lunch, and I went, and it was a group of us. It was not a date. It was a group of us. I went in, paid my own food, and came out. And when I got out there was paparazzi outside, which was suspicious to me.
Well, it
So I
definitely
know
wasn't a date. If you paid for your own food.
You're right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I never dated him, but
Right.
because of that, and conveniently, paparazzi showed up at this place that I felt like it was a setup, right?
It was.
And then it was I am dating him, and then a week later when he married, like a couple weeks later, it was he left me for her, and it was a whole fake scandal. And for some reason, every time I take a picture with someone, you probably reported on it before.
Nah.
Okay. It's
I know you can read people.
But
so
I'm
trying
linked to
stay
everybody I
clear.
take a picture with, and it's so frustrating. So I'm just only saying that to say when I know there's cameras around, unless I want to like fuck with the press, like I'm not doing anything because I know like even a friendly moment is going to be they're gonna run with it.
Right.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
here's the thing. I was a little. I had to really. I came here from Louisiana, so I was really not. I was really new to the game.
Use country.
You know, I was really I grew up on a farm. That's what a lot of people don't know. Like I grew up on a farm in Louisiana, so like I really wasn't hip to the game, but this made me hip to the game. I
Right.
kind of learned the hard way.
So what do they say about you once you had the pictures of you kissing Blac Chyna? Was that when she was going through all the Rob Kardashian
Yeah,
stuff?
that's
So
actually.
you were the other man.
That was the narrative. That was the narrative, but actually the timelines didn't even like cross, if we were just being honest. And that's like one of the things that I really wanted to communicate is that, you know, like sometimes these pictures get out and these stories get out and you don't know what's true and what's not, and so many different things get said to where no one knows what's true and no one knows what's not. So the only, I guess my whole little situation was no one really came and asked me like what my side
They
of
don't
the
ask
story.
the person.
They
I've
don't.
never been interviewed
They
by other
don't.
people talking about me. Lipstick Alley, Bossa maybe once. Shade Room gave me an interview before, but they usually don't ask you. They just get a picture, and the picture can be submitted by someone who hates you.
Oh, most definitely.
Which it usually is, right?
Well,
and you
it's
can put whatever
really-
caption you want.
You have to understand that it's very purposeful.
Right.
You know, like, you know, you say, oh, it was innocent, you know, it was a moment in time, and me and Chyna, we were kissing. But from a publicity standpoint, see, I think that would be a deliberate act, because if you know the cameras are watching, you know how the rumor mill going to get started, and you know that that's a week worth of press for you. See, that's how I think.
Well, see,
Maybe
again,
you
I was
didn't know.
naive to the game. Again, I was naive to the game.
You were naive, but now you're not.
Well, now
But
I
she
know. I
definitely
mean, she
knew.
knew.
And probably, I'm not saying this because I don't know
Most
her and
definitely.
everything, but I'm just saying if it was during the middle of the whole Rob Kardashian,
You could have
it was a game.
pawn.
It was just kind of,
You
know,
could have been used. I mean, we don't know because I don't know. I don't want to call any rumors.
I'm just saying from a publicity standpoint, I'm just looking at it from a publicity standpoint. It would appear to me that when she was going through all the Rob Kardashian things, she's like, well, let me put another chocolate brother, you know.
That's like the third one?
In the wheel of things to get people talking. Now you just coming, oh, I'm just from like Mississippi or New Orleans, don't know. You just happy to get a kiss that day.
Especially,
pretty much.
especially, I'm sure
There's a lot.
and being new in town from Louisiana, this is all new to you. The celebrity life, I'm not gonna lie, it's exciting. Do you feel now, looking back, that you were used in her game? Like, do you feel like you were used in that issue with Rob? Like, do you feel like she used you?
Do I feel like I was used? Yes, I do actually. If I'm being completely honest, I do actually. I always go into all of my relationships wholeheartedly. I'm a genuine person. If I say I'm your friend, you can call me at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. You drunk, I'll come and pick you up.
Right.
That's the type of person I am. That's how I was raised. But yeah, I do. I feel like I was a pawn, honestly.
What was the nature of your relationship?
We were really, really good friends. You
Were
know?
y'all like fooling around?
I mean, I don't kiss and tell. Like, I don't
Okay,
do
I'm
that.
not asking if you kissed, you smashed. right. I don't care about the kissing. You know you kissed. Did you hit?
Well, here's the thing. We're in an ongoing legal battle, so I can't really give too much.
Blink twice if you smashed.
I mean,
He didn't blink. Okay.
Have you seen her kitty cat?
Oh my God.
Is this the kind of show we're doing?
Oh my
This is a safe place.
Guys, I can't condone this.
Thank you. At least I got somebody on my side here.
No, but here's the thing, though. A lot of times, everyone's being so politically correct, I freaking can't stand it. And everyone's like, well, I don't want to burn this bridge, or I don't want to say this, and I don't want to say that. And all this I don't want to say leaves it to be open to interpretation. So I want this show to be a place where you can just keep it 100 and let the chips fall where they may. Now, we don't want to slander anybody. And I am kind of joking with you.
But, I mean, now I'm going to be honest as a publicist. Have I ever called TMZ and said my client is flying in from such and such, arriving at LAX at this particular time? Yes, I have.
And that's what some of us pay y'all to do. But yeah,
yes, I have.
But I think one of the most important things you do is like the damage control.
Yes.
Because I had one before and I'm like, oh my God, this is like a lie. Can you help me?
Yes.
And so to me, it's frustrating when you have, like, if I would be frustrated if you thought everything was good publicity, because I still care about what people think about me, although I shouldn't, because it's been so many years.
It's all about the relevancy. If people are speaking your name, you're relevant, whether it's good or not. Because when a publicist come out and give an official statement, no, Claudia Jordan didn't smash. What's your name?
JC.
JC. Then it's official. And then you can go on social media. I release a statement, everyone. As I said, JC and I, we're just friends. You know, you put your own spin, your own flavor. That's how you handle kind of the damage control. Now, R. Kelly, that's a whole nother level.
If he was your client, what would you do? What would be the first step?
He would never be my client.
Oh, wow.
He would never be my client.
Okay.
I could never take that on.
What client, what celebrity out there that's in a mess right now?
I would tell you who I could have taken. I could have helped Nicole Murphy.
I love Nicole Murphy.
I love her too.
And I feel like it just wasn't handled correctly.
It was not handled correctly.
Because I would have had to clap back. On a few things.
There were things that she did. She made some wrong moves, and you know, Nicole, I follow you. You can hit me up in you can slide in my DMs.
She's actually a good friend of mine, and I'm going to talk to her.
Well, tell her
because I'm the one who told her, I'm like, you have to apologize to Lele, whether you didn't know or knew whatever, and she did. But
that was one case that I thought, gee, I wish I could be her publicist and guide her through.
What do you think she should have done? When the pictures came out, what do you think she should have done?
Well, I think she should have be quiet for a minute.
It's so hard though, because when it's you, it's so hard. Like everyone says, take the high road, don't clap back, but you still have emotions.
First of all, I would have given it like 48 hours, because the pictures were about just the shock and awe of the picture. I mean, it looked like it could have been a movie poster. I mean, you know.
I'd be like, girl, that's from Onset.
You know, I mean, you know, that looked like a movie poster. I would have given it 48 hours, and then I would not have necessarily gone to a blog, you know. I would have like really released a professional statement, and I would have helped her craft her words very carefully.
Okay. So you as a blogger, you must have been like,
oh yeah, I was
chomping
on
at
that
the bits.
when I seen it.
What did you think when you first saw it?
What is she doing?
Yeah.
Like, she out here creeping with a married man. And then when she came out with the apology, I think she apologized on Wendy. And it kind of was laughing and joking. I think that kind of like took some of the...
That definitely
ruined it for me.
That definitely was not... If she was gonna... See, it had already died down. Now, there are times when, you know, the rumor mill is going, you want to gas it up, poof! And then there's times where you need to throw water on it. And the water had already kind of been thrown on that, and it had kind of died down. And then she went on Wendy, and then it kind of like gassed it back up.
It died down a little bit, but Lisa Ray kept coming for her neck in the brat. Remember, they were like both saying something about her? I think it got to her probably.
It probably got to her, and I would have, sometimes silence is a very powerful tool to use.
Speaking of silence, why is it that the woman gets all the heat? Because he didn't say anything, and no one came for his neck.
Listen.
No one came for his
He
neck.
didn't say anything.
He's the married one. Nicole, let me just say this real quick. I'm not defending Roy breaking up a home. He's married.
And that was the approach that I would have taken. I would have flipped the conversation.
Because how many ladies that are on these blogs watching can relate to a man straight up lying to you, saying, that's been over. I'm just there for the kids. I'm not with her.
And let me tell you, that would have been more palatable for people to take, especially women, because we have all been in situations where we out hanging out with somebody, thinking we're okay, believing what someone has said, and then like somebody's like, wait a minute.
Almost anyone can relate. Like that's very
anybody can relate to it.
She should have waited for him.
So I think she should have.
He should have said something.
Yeah, he should have said something, and I think she should have just kind of flipped the script in terms of, not saying I've been duped, but, you know, I thought we were in a different place. You know, there's a way you can delicately say it and flip the script that, you know, I'm the one that's single, so nobody ain't got no papers on me.
She could have just said that.
Yeah.